Here we go, live again. So this one, I suppose I want to offer my immediate feels about the verdict that I've been waiting for months and months regarding Nicholas Cruz, the monster that took 17 lives, and the verdict that has finally been read. I'm going to talk about the best thing moving forward, and this is going to require a lot of we, the people, the community, to get this process perfected a bit. Hi, it's a mood. Oh boy, there's a lot there. Before getting to that, I just want to make clear regarding the Parkland Stoneman and Douglas thing, which happened very close to home, and I've been waiting personally for a death penalty reading in each case in all 17 counts of first-degree murder. The aggravating factors did not outweigh the mitigating factors, which means, hi Beth Ann, it means apparently that the jury has decided that Nicholas Cruz will simply receive life without parole. This bothers me because what did the prosecution want to do? They wanted to initially just get him into the death penalty, and my feelings about this was we need to start making examples of people that want to commit heinous acts and get on the world stage. We have a premeditated ambition and actions and video of him saying, "I'm going to be the next, such and such massive pew pewer." And it's like something akin to, "I'm going to be famous. I'm going to get at least 20." Well, he got 17. And I'm baffled. Apparently, the jury, and that's a very unique jury they had, ex-military from France, or at least an officer from the French military. You had people that run factories. You had prior law enforcement. You had retail, HR. All of these people have granted life without parole. I feel that is not a sufficient penalty given the crime, and watching every victim's face flash on by. It's a loss to me. And I was raised to be anti-capital punishment, and that evolved, that changed throughout, getting older. So I'm not pleased with the system. They're not making an example of people that want to commit these kinds of crimes in mass and destroy and take the lives, not even, I mean, destroy everything about a human being. We're talking about kids here. The majority of those victims were under the age of 17, under the age of 16. One of them was 14, and there was a few adults. One was a individual that employed by the government for the sake of protection. And I see some encouraging comments as I'm doing this, and some mixed ones. Don't worry, we're going to get to that too. All in all, I just what does this say to the next person that wants to go ahead and do what Nicholas Cruz did? Take any amount of life out of in a school, what used to be a safe haven, and now they can just make a namesake for themselves and reap the benefits while they get commissary and new adoptive parents, because that's the case for Nicholas Cruz. And I am really tired of that being the case, where the system just seems to fall short. When is that ever going to just stop being a current thing and be something we can look at in the back, in the rear view, so to speak? Regarding tonight, okay. Tonight I want to put it like this, especially given, recently I just watched the whole court proceedings. I don't know how this is going to make some people feel, but I have to do this for my own conscience. So this is where I kind of not look at the chat so I can just say what needs to be said. Tonight, I'm going to leave it to the people here. Maybe I'll make a community post at some point. I got to go to work soon because, that's the life here. I'm going to make a community post, and then I'm going to make this announcement here. Thusly, I say a panel channel where it's open for all parties, everybody, to clear things up. I want to be ensured that I was given the whole truth and not snippets. I don't want people that have felt victimized to have to relive the process. I ask that any form of what has been perceived as harassment from the victims just ends, just for the sake of everybody to have peace of mind. And I do offer this platform to anybody, including the party in question from just last night, to come on up and clear everything up. Not that you owe me answers or anything, but it'd be a fair opportunity. This may fly in the face of people that were just like, yeah, get the blood, get the blood. I'm I'm mixed about it now, given people that have diligently taken the time to give me new information based on information that was presented to me, how it was presented to me. I feel from that time, at the very least, completely vindicated in how I proceeded. But there's more to the story, apparently. And I know that could have been like a one and done and move on, but I need to know that the pursuit of truth is respected within the community. So I'm gonna also ask anybody that's semi-passionate about the scenario. I'm gonna ask certain mods. If you don't want to come up, you don't come up. But I think there's enough people that want to speak. I'm gonna start reeling in a true moderator team, make a Discord, and we're gonna make a vetting process occur. It's no longer going to be just me siphoning through a bunch of information, and if that case ever was, audio, visual, video, text, me and a very small selected to be determined, even though I know of a few. You did a fantastic job last night after I went to bed and this morning. Amazing, the time and effort you guys put into what I want to be held in the highest regard. It's the truth. I'm not going to take somebody down because it's the trending thing to do or because they pissed off the right people with a larger following. That's not what this is about. So yeah, I guess nothing's ever simple, and I am not a proud enough man to ever say I'm infallible and everything I've ever decided is always 100%. Everybody is welcome to present their perspective, because at the end of the day, clarification needs to be had by all parties, and the process of moving forward needs to be perfected and shined a lot. A lot. I don't even know how many, like at this juncture, I am unclear as to how many victims were being represented by the number of women that reached out to me. And there was other factors. I mean, the very confusing thing is seeing other people discussing things within that very community. I mean, clearly there was issues, but regardless of the issues of the time, you need to know where they are, where they stand, and what it is, period. I got to get ready for work. So let this just be clear. The system fucking sucked. Or Nicholas Cruz gets to live the rest of his days, and he attributed, or he got what he wanted. He got to survive and make a name for himself, because nobody's going to remember the victims' names, all 17 of them that I just sat there through all the proceedings, one by one, and life without parole. I am not pleased with that. Secondly, a panel channel tonight after work, roughly, I don't know, 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. And let's see what happens from this moment forward. I'm going to ask Haley and Queen Survivor and Lilith to be amongst this number of mods. Not that comes up to speak unless you want to, but to be a part of a team to ensure that the truth that is told before it gets to this point right here is given accurately. And I understand some people were muted apparently in midstream last night that were being cordial, respectful, and just trying to offer more context. Unacceptable. I'm gonna have to go through the whole mod team and make some real decisions. Please do not fear. The intention is not to prolong the pain of people that have felt victimized. But despite all that, I like truly, no matter what happens, let it be. Take it up with me, and let's make a decision from there. It's the best I can do with what I have thus far. Going to work, not completely clear in conscience. I'm a little confused. A little confused. But at least I feel, maybe, I hope, that's a little bit more than some others would perhaps offer. There are prouder people that would just focus on the attention that it's getting and let it just end right there, and that's just not my style. Some things are more important than the aesthetic, than how things look. The truth is the number one goal here, and accountability, rightful accountability. So, okay, yeah, I'm gonna chill on the modding everybody. I know everybody wants a wrench. Geez, I'm gonna be like a freaking Wild West saloon woman over here, just throwing mods all hibbity dibbity. I might get some kind of mod. Oh, geez, no, let's calm down, Eli. You're tired. You're fuzzy. You gotta go to work. Get showered. Okay, no stupid jokes. All right, guys, 9 to 5. Chronic, I don't know how you always laugh at whatever jokes I'm attempting. Oh, snap. But, dude, I'm honestly a little surprised, but I do want to say hello, and I'm glad to see you, truly. I'm glad some things have also been clarified or cleared up to some degree. And I hope that the mutual creator that we both really appreciate, CBCN, I'll never stop shouting out the content creators that I feel impacted me so much so that I felt strong enough, inspired enough to do what I'm doing, as imperfect as it may be. That was a motivator. And Josh, stuck in the middle, youtube.com/stuck in the middle. CanCon, who I think he went out of state on a story, still very eager to get back into that world and talking about, real core issues here. And maybe perhaps there's some comments that need to be addressed also. Like, okay, this one's just for shits and giggles. Check it, guys. All right. Yeah, I'm getting into stand-up comedy mode here. Out of all the things that I have done with this channel, I ask you, what do you think is the most important thing to focus on? Well, let me tell you if you didn't know. Apparently, it's not everything that's gotten us to this point. Roni Raj, well, shit, man, Stone Dad. I guess I mean human trafficking, child abuse, and blackmail. No. Let's get this right now, okay? You see that? Look, you remember what this means. The nerd glasses are off, so it's serious time. There's no way that you spent 40 minutes trying to nurse a bee back to health. Wow, really? Lady, I'm not going to say your name because I don't want to attack people that just watch. But where's your... And covering like a bit of Parkland, Stoneman, and Douglas. The whole thing that you're focused on is that there's no way I spent 40 minutes trying to nest a bee back to life. Word, I see where the priorities of the people are. And let me just tell you, maybe in the moment, and that it was impossible that I was using my shirt to dry the bee off. That's who uses cloth to dry things off. That's just never done. I use water to dry off water. Okay? Just making that very clear. I use water to dry off water. And what may feel like 40 minutes, perhaps just maybe within the scope of perception. Shit, man, maybe it was 20 minutes. By God, you caught me. I slipped in an extra 20 minutes just to look, I don't know, like a bee superhero. I'm at a loss. You tell me, viewer, that's really on the pressing issues of this world. I'm so glad that you got to put all of the other issues aside and we get to really focus on 40 minutes saving a bee. I know a thing or two about bees, okay? There's no way use their shirt. Yeah. Yep, that's all I'm gonna ponder on for the rest of the day at work. I'm gonna ask every delivery driver and customer and manager if they believe that I possibly spent 40 or maybe 20 minutes trying to get a bee back to life that I found in the pool. Maybe. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that for the rest of the day. So that's it. Stick to the issues, people. Much love. Sugar water. Hey, thank you. That's helpful. I see. Look, feedback. It's good. All right. Nicholas Cruz gets to live. There's that too. No, no, remember the B. Remember the B.